The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
And closing out tonight's doubleheader, it's a matchup between two teams coming off wins, but neither has played in over a month. It's the POW Defenders and the BI Sentinels returning to action, looking to pick up right where they left off and keep their momentum going. Will they come out sharp or show signs of rust? With both teams eager to prove that they're still in top form, expect a hard-fought battle here at the Sinag Liga Asya TOJ Interagency Cup. Checking out, of course, Roy Christopher Dizon, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and 3 blocks in their win versus LRA. And then on the other end naman, we're still talking about Dizon, and then this time on the other end, this is Wilson Soriano, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 out of 8 from two-point land. And he was a strong inside scorer with high efficiency in limited minutes. Taking a look at our game at hand, it's the POW Defenders going up against the BI Sentinels. And good evening and welcome to all the basketball fans watching out there. This is the second game of this day. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton De Los Reyes. And Coach, we're on to our main event of the night.
Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, mga kasinag. Good evening, Aaron. Very happy to be here. Very happy to call this game with you once again.
And always a pleasure to work with you, Coach Anton. Also joining us on the sidelines for today, it's Miss Flo Del Agua as our courtside reporter. You're gonna be hearing more updates from her in a while, but for the meantime, pag-usapan natin our social media pages at Facebook and Instagram. Nandiyan po kami at Sinag Liga Asya, as well as on TikTok and YouTube at Sinag Liga TV. So before all of this, hit that like, subscribe, and share button at all of our social media platforms to be more updated dito lamang sa Sinag Liga Asya. Kaya naman, Coach Anton, tingnan natin where the teams are yung maglalaban-laban ngayon.
So we saw it earlier. Ito ang ating team standings. Number 2 ang Bureau of Immigration. Sentinels at 4-0. Ang PAO Defenders number 3 at 3-1 sa ating standings.
And just like we mentioned, both of these teams coming off wins. So it's gonna be a good one for us. Kaya saktong-sakto naman yung game story natin. It's an elite encounter.
Elite encounter indeed. Number 3, number 2, yan ang maglalaban today. Alam naman natin, napaka-tight na ng ating labanan sa ating tournament.
And it's gonna be a big story for this PAO Defenders team because if it is confirmed, one of their star players and star big men is not going to be able to play today. Kaya naman, ibigay muna natin yan kay Miss Flo Del Agua for a short pregame report.
Thank you, Aaron and Coach Anton. Bukod nga sa hindi nagkakalayo ang PAO Defenders at BI Sentinels sa ating standings, mga kasinag, like what has been mentioned earlier, they have a lot more in common. Parehas nga silang galing sa mahabang pahinga at parehas din silang ang last memory dito sa ating tournament ay winning their respective games. Kaya naman para sa BI Sentinels for today, it's all about replicating their performance before that long break kung saan naging unstoppable sila against the other teams. At para sa PAO Defenders, if you guys can remember, this is their second chance to beat the undefeated. At kapag nagawa daw nila yan ngayong araw, they can potentially re-establish themselves dito sa ating Liga. More of those stories in a short while as this game goes. So without further ado, coming up, the PAO Defenders will go against the BI Sentinels. Live pa rin yan dito sa Mandaluyong City College. Kaya naman para tawagin ang ating starters, here's Ryan Pajaro, ang ating game announcer.
Good evening, SRA fans, live from the Mandaluyong City College of Science and Technology Gym in Mandaluyong City. This is the SLA Interagency Secretaries Cup presented by Sinag, Liga, Asya and the Department of Justice. Co-presented by Okada Manila, Hotel 101 Global and Pagcor. We're live on the social media platforms at Facebook at Sinag, Liga, Asya and at YouTube at Sinag Liga TV. Broadcast partners, Blast TV and Cable Link. This tournament is powered by Converge. This is the Thursday's main attraction featuring the Public Attorney's Office Defenders versus the Bureau of Immigration Sentinels. And now, let's meet the starters first for the PAO Defenders. At forward, number 2, Denver Langanilao. The other forward, number 17, Dexter Javier. At center, number 30, Mac Ligayu. At guard, number 8, JM Castillo. At the other guard, number 10, Mark Baguioen. Head coach for the defenders, Ringo Jimenez. Assisted by Patrick Montemayor, Nino Bolofer, and Tor Avila. Team manager, Demeter Huerta. And now, give it up for your BI Sentinels! At forward, number 10, RB Vitero. The other forward, number 12, Lester De La Cruz. At center, number 5, Raymond Tolentino. At guard, number 0, Chris De Lucas. To guard, number 1, Raymond Yambao. Head coach for the Sentinels, L.A. Tolentino. Assisted by Mark Malabanan and Anthony Cabrera. Our officials for the second game are Crew Chief John Rodriguez. Umpire 1, Birds Isuga. Umpire 2, Andrew Fabelico.
And let's check out the team starters. The PAO Defenders go with Castillo, Baguioen, Ligayu, Javier, and Lacanilao. Meanwhile, the BI Sentinels have De La Cruz, Yambao, De Lucas, Vitero, and Tolentino. A good evening and welcome to all the basketball fans watching out there. This is our second and final matchup of this day. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Flo Del Agua on the court side for the SLA DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. Checking out the PAO defenders, of course, Coach Anton, they're at 3-1 in this tournament with a win in their last one versus the LRA Titulados.
79-54 was the score on that one. That was way back in January 30th. That's a long time for you to not have a game. But again, for the Public Attorney's Office, their keys to winning is not a lot to improve on these teams. Again, this is elite matchups of number 2 and number 3. Improved shot selection, shooting 45% itong Public Attorney's Office. Crashed the offensive glass. They are averaging 14.3 offensive rebounds per game. Continue sharing the ball, 26 assists per ball game itong Public Attorney's Office.
And Coach Anton was supposed to be our live shot earlier, Kirk Robert Reboroso, but then he can't play in this game due to not having a jersey. He scored 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in that win.
So great game for Kirk Roberoso. Yun nga lang, like what you mentioned, yung uniform niya, meron naman siyang dala. Maling uniform nga lang. It was the incorrect jersey. So that's why he will not be playing in this ball game.
And it's gonna be a big blow para dito sa PAO defenders because right now Reboroso not being able to play for them, but nonetheless Roy Christopher Dizon is still going to be there for them.
So that's the person that we were watching out for. 10 points, you mentioned 44% from the field in 21 minutes of action. That's Roy Dizon. They need to get a lot more out of him in today's ball game for them to be able to get this win against the Sentinels.
And checking out the boys in blue, the BI Sentinels, and that last one also a big win over LRA as well, 83-42. That moves them up to 4-0.
So unbeaten, unscathed. Last game was on the 18th of February. Keys to winning, they need to take care of the ball. They are averaging 18 turnovers. Better shooting from deep in that last game against LRA. Only 2 out of 16. That's 12%. Good thing is they need to continue, or they are going to continue sharing the ball. 28 assists in that ball game.
And a good game and good tournament so far para sa kanila as we check out the lakas move of the quarter brought to you by Pagcor de Lucas, the big boy inside. Kaya naman ibigay na natin yan to Miss Flo Del Agua for some information on Coach L.A. Tolentino of the Sentinels.
Regardless whether may laro o wala, the BI Sentinels have maintained their twice-a-week training. Sabi kasi ni head coach L.A. Tolentino, it is this dedication in their conditioning that has brought them their 4-0 run before their long break. Despite those rigorous practices, sabi ni Coach L.A., their very last training was purely a review of their systematic plays as they plan to be physically and mentally in perfect shape against the powerhouse of PAO defenders. Your thoughts, Aaron and Coach Anton?
Coach Anton, this BI Sentinels team, even if their last game was on Feb 18, they still stay consistent with their training. Kaya naman titingnan natin if it's gonna pay off today.
And that's important, those reps. We always talk about this when you are practicing, you are able to go and execute in game. So yung twice-a-week practices, napakalaking bagay yan para dito sa Sentinels.
And the players we're going to be watching for today on the BI Sentinel side, it's Soriano and De Lucas. They had good games in their last one.
So 13 points for De Lucas, 15 points for Wilson Soriano, 60% shooting for both of these players. That's efficient for you.
And right now the score 7-2. It's a 5-point lead by the PAO defenders. Gonna be a good match for us, but you can't help na manghinayang ka because Reboroso not playing for today. You really wanted to see that big man go up against the BI Sentinels today.
But again, you never know. Pag minsan nawala yung isang cornerstone or isang main player, mas nag-e-effort yung ibang players because they know they need to make up for that absence of their big man.
And the big men on the inside para sa PAO defenders are going to be tested in Ligayo and Lacanilao starting right now for Coach Ringo Jimenez.
That possession, Denver Lacanilao. Nice pass inside kay Ligayu. Just could not corral that leather to go up for that 2 points underneath. Pwede pang ma-foul yun kasi nga naiwan niya eh. So he could have gone for an up fake, get a foul, maybe a 3-point play the traditional way.
And Coach Ringo inserts Cheng into the game. That's a steal by Ligayu. Mike Castillo has it to Javier. Lobs it up, Ligayu, and just a case of overpassing right there. Castillo gets it back. He's a shooter. Book it for 3. Mike Castillo making it rain from outside and forcing the hand of Coach L.A. Tolentino to call a timeout. Take a look at this one more time. The lakas shot of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. Mike Castillo, the product of San Beda Alabang, making it rain from the outside and putting his team up. 10-2 is the score with 5 minutes and 50 seconds in this opening quarter. And let's check out that wire-to-wire victory. PAO winning over LRA 79-54.
And if you look at the statistics, all categories, the PAO defenders, 59 rebounds, 26 assists, 48 points in the paint, 21 points from turnovers, 18 fast break points. Wire-to-wire nga talaga, because from the beginning up until the end, they did not let up and got that victory over LRA.
And that led to the third victory of the PAO defenders, but an end one just called. De La Cruz getting the bruise and the deuce. One more time, the lakas drive of the quarter brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. De La Cruz lacerating the defense on the inside and scoring.
And we talked about it during that break. Up in this ball game, 10-2 before that timeout, Kirk Reboroso, his absence could be yung fuel. No, it could be that fuel to start that fire for his team because they need to step up knowing that their big man, Kirk Reboroso, not going to be playing for today.
And a foul is called underneath, but Coach Anton, one thing we haven't stressed about enough, it's the last playing day of these teams. PAO defenders, January 30. That's more than about 2 months.
More than a couple of months, that's true. There's rust, there's that case of yung in-game speed, wala pa sa'yo, yung timing is not gonna be there. But yun nga, yung practices naman nandun. So malaking bagay yan that you get to practice during that long break.
Javier in attack mode. Draws the foul and is heading to the line for 2 free throws.
De La Cruz getting called for that blocking foul. Strong drive by Javier to be able to get that foul and get a trip to the line to get those 2 points.
2-man substitution coming in for Coach L.A. Tolentino.
How do you like that? If there are other players that pull down their shorts, etong si Javier, ang taas.
Ano, yun yung uso ngayon, Coach?
Oo, hindi. Uso ba yan? Yung maiksi? Hindi. Parang nakikita ko ngayon yung mga mahaba. They're making a comeback. Long shorts, baggy shorts.
Parang yung mga trends, Coach, no, paikot-ikot.
Eh, ganun lang naman talaga yan. Parang gulong lang yan eh. Minsan nasa taas, minsan nasa baba.
But right now, the score, 12-5. It's a 7-point lead by the defenders. They give it to the left side. They give it up. De Lucas for 2. Dizon boards it.
Nice pass. Nice attempt from Lucas. Just short.
Mike Castillo open for the 3. Rebounded by the Sentinels. The attack inside. Handed off to Sol. That's too strong. Rebounded by Castillo. Give it up to Javier. Going straight to the middle. He's blocked from behind. Hipolito has it. He has no numbers in his favor. He doesn't care. Soriano can't get the offensive board. Back to Castillo. Penetrates. And just the speed of Mike Castillo.
And the smarts of Mike Castillo as well. We all know he's a three-point shooter, but during that particular instance, he went for that up fake, tried to go inside.
And the POW defenders want to talk things over the score, 12-5. They're still up by 7 points. And if in the last game of POW, they won over LRA, ito rin naman BI. Sentinels winning over LRA, but a big blowout win. Dominance in full display.
Dominance in full display indeed. If you look at the field goals of the Sentinels, 41%, 28 assists, 24 steals, 37 points from turnovers, 35 fast break points. How can you not dominate a team if you have those kinds of statistics?
And just the defense, it was on full display in that game, holding the titulados to only 23%.
There you go.
But this time around, they're gonna have a more difficult time against this POW defenders team. As you mentioned, they may be lacking their best player in Reboroso, but their other players are going to come up and step up in this game.
That is what you need to do. You have to have that next man up mentality.
Soriano up top. It's a steal by Javier. Going hard to the left. Attacking inside all the way, plus the foul.
What a move for Javier, getting the hoop, the harm, and a chance for more.
Javier getting the steal, taking it coast to coast with the lakas drive of the quarter, brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. Looks like he's got some luck on those short shorts, Coach Anton.
Luck indeed on the side of Javier for this ball game. Already with 8 points. Sorry, check that. Already with 7 points in the ball game.
And look who they bring in for Coach L.A. Tolentino, the big man, Andrew Harris. Javier to receive in the open court. He wants to attack inside. Intelligent pass to Castillo, but it's short. And Daryl Obiena just trying to bulldoze the opposing player right there.
Well, it's all right to box out by fronting, but on that particular instance, Obiena did not only box out in front, he was pushing Dizon away. If you look at it there underneath, there you go.
Parang nasobrahan sa box out.
Oo, medyo nasobra sa tulak.
And Dizon gonna have that next man up mentality for his team with Reboroso being out. (17-5) is the score. It's a 12-point game with 2 minutes and 27 seconds in this opening quarter. Hipolito to set it. So, taking his time, cross court, Soriano. Steps back, gives it up, Harris. Bounce it to Soriano and triple team, but it don't matter. He's going to the line.
Going up strong. That's Wilson Soriano. Juris Huerta is going to be called for that foul. I don't want to get ahead of myself or the game, but if the defenders win, they're going to have a share of second place along with the Sentinels at 4-1. That's a good position to be in our tournament.
But all of them trying to catch up to that Bucor safekeepers team. We've seen them play, Coach Anton.
That's pressing defense, fast break, high-octane offense by Bucor.
That's Hipolito versus Hipolito. Inside. That ball is tapped and it's gonna stay with the defenders. Juris Huerta. Tahon as well in the game for Coach Ringo Jimenez, pati na rin si Kevin Groyon.
And now's the chance for the Sentinels to try and chip into this lead.
Groyon, it's too strong. Harris boards it. Hipolito. Dribble moves outside, then Soriano. That's off. Obiena. Here comes Cheng. Hipolito, it's a steal. Saul leading the break. Pulls the two. That's off.
A nice pull-up, just could not convert. Great defensive rebound to end the possession.
Huerta, free for the three. Got it.
And he knew it too when he took that shot. Before that even went in, he was already moving backcourt.
Parang hindi na nga tinignan dun, Coach.
Oh.
Give it to the corner, Harris. 45 seconds in this opening period. Mid-range jumper. Tahon with the rebound.
The shots are there para dito sa Sentinels. They're just not able to convert, but I'm pretty sure soon enough those shots are gonna fall if they just chip away at this lead and keep at it.
It's a 15-point game. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And an offensive foul called.
That's Hipolito versus Hipolito. And that time Hipolito won.
Which one, Coach? And Rainer Hipolito on the side of the PAO defenders. Meanwhile, for the BI Sentinels, it's Nino Hipolito naman. Grabe, no? Sila pa yung nagkabantayan dun, Coach.
Hey, what are the chances of that?
Nino has it. Out to Andrew. Harris hands it off to Saul. Give it up. Nino Hipolito. Got it. Hits a three. And they cut the lead down to 20-8. The PAO defenders may be lacking their best player, but they're up by 12 points at the end of our first quarter. Taking a look at the PAO defenders in their first quarter, Coach Anton.
Again, that next man up mentality you see here. Mike Castillo getting that three-pointer to fall. Meanwhile, you have Javier in attack mode, getting that bang in that deuce. Three-pointers falling para dito sa PAO defenders, giving them this lead.
And indeed, their players stepping up with the score being 20-8 in favor of the PAO defenders.
They are not just coming back, they are coming back with a solid plan. Yan nga ang estado ng PAO defenders sa pagbabalik nila dito sa SLA DOJ Interagency Secretaries Cup. Nabanggit nga ni Head Coach Ringo Jimenez in their pregame huddle na malakas na team ang kalaban kaya bawian natin sila sa depensa. However, Coach Ringo admits na malaking kawalan si Attorney Kirk Reboroso in this match, but he is confident that Roy Dizon and Francis Chuacheng combined can fill this big void. All for now, back to you, Aaron and Coach Anton.
And thanks for that flow. Just like what Coach Anton mentioned, they may be lacking their best player pero magsi-step up itong iba. Mapipilitan sila in this game. Kaya naman tingnan natin the first quarter field goals, Coach Anton.
Look at the first quarter field goals. 41% for the defenders, 18% for the Sentinels. So medyo tagtuyot sa puntos etong Sentinels ng first quarter.
Kaya naman they're down 8-22 in this opening period. On that right side, the cut by Nino Hipolito, baseline.
Great pass by De La Cruz, finding Nino Hipolito cutting down the baseline for the deuce.
Castillo Offensive foul called on Mike, and he can't believe it.
Nino Hipolito all over the court, offense and defense.
Just lost that ball, and Hipolito actually, they got hit right there. Guzman for the three. Connects. Banks it off the glass.
Bank is open at 8:30 in the evening for De Guzman.
22-13. 8 minutes and 32 seconds. Javier. And the foul is called.
Pushing foul number 12, Lester Davis, second personal, substitution.
Check this out. Guzman puts it up and banks it off the glass. Cutting that lead down to just 9 points for the VI Sentinels.
For the defenders, you got to do a better job closing out on those shooters. Otherwise, they're going to have a field day from the outside.
Castillo goes straight to the cup.
Making up for that foul earlier, Mike Castillo, San Beda Alabang product. I believe a player that you play with as well. Yung mga papawis runs, getting that layup.
Tama, Coach. No, dun sa Alabang Hills League, itong si Mike Castillo. Javier, full head of steam down the court, gets wrapped with the foul, and that's a hard fall on Javier. The referee already signaling the unsportsmanlike.
Because you did not go for the ball. I mean, I understand you want to be able to stop that offensive player from getting his shot off, but you still have to go for the ball. You cannot go for the body because that is dangerous. If you look at it, Javier fell over.
Tingnan natin one more time. Just wrapped his arms around Javier. And a dangerous foul para kay Javier, but buti na lang able to get up immediately.
And that was dangerous when you look at it kasi he landed on one leg. And alam mo yung mga puwersa na ganyan, delikado yan if you look at it here. See, the force, pinigilan ka, and then pag ano mo, that's dangerous. You see that? That one leg, oh. But of course, these players know each other. And wala namang masamang intention talaga doon. Pero sa technical side of things, our referees really need to call that unsportsmanlike foul.
But this time around, Javier, he's going to be on the line shooting 2 free throws, and they're going to get ball possession once again. Yun na nga, unsportsmanlike foul called on Merwin Guzman.
Earlier, he hit that three-pointer off the glass. Now has to sit down. Cool the jets. Ika nga.
And this gives an opportunity for the POW defenders to get the momentum back. Javier has it. Going to his strong hand. Back to Mike. Dizon, hand it off. Lacanilao. Javier, kick it, and they were taking too long right there, losing time.
So like what Coach L.A. Tolentino said, bawian sa defense. Pero eto, ang bumawi naman sa defense, yung kabila. Showing a good defense on the side of the Sentinels.
Lob it up inside. What a finish from Chris De Lucas.
Too big, too strong. Nothing you can do once Chris De Lucas gets it down low.
And definitely the size advantage on the side of the Sentinels. You have Harris and De Lucas.
Both tall, both wide, taking up a lot of space.
Dizon, throw it out. Castillo for the three. Rebounded by Nino. Hipolito, no numbers in his favor, and he wisely pulls it back. The drive inside. That's against 3 defenders.
Everything but the bucket. That was Lester De La Cruz.
Lacanilao gives it to Mike. Bullet feed inside. It's a steal. Nino's pushing. Against two. Gives it up. De La Cruz. In and out.
Lots of contact there from Javier. But it was De La Cruz who initiated that contact. So a bit iffy on that foul on Dexter Javier.
26-15 is the score. We've got 6 minutes and 15 in the second quarter. Once again, this is our final game of this day.
Just like that, second game na tayo.
Mabilisan lang, no, Coach?
Mabilisan lang to eh.
Tingnan natin one more time. De La Cruz going in. But we've got an update from courtside. Miss Flo Del Agua has some information on Chris De Lucas of the BI Sentinels.
Chris De Lucas man ang pangalan niya on your screens, pero para sa ibang players ng BI Sentinels, he is the one and only big bro. Ito pala kasing si Chris, he has represented DOJ as a whole in another league. So safe to say, he is part of this tournament's best of the best. At dahil dito, he cannot help but assume a leadership and dependable role for the Blue Shirts. Your thoughts on De Lucas thus far, Aaron and Coach Anton?
And Chris De Lucas, a big part of his team, figuratively and literally, as in his last game, no, 13 points para sa kanya to go along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Samahan mo na rin ng isang block.
Vital cog on offense and defense for Coach L.A. Tolentino, si Chris De Lucas.
But Javier with the half spin to the fader. And earlier, we thought, Coach Anton, we thought that it was going to be Dizon stepping up big time, but it looks like Javier was the guy they called.
He's the one that's scoring the points para dito sa side ng defenders.
But Harris tries for the one-hander underneath. And it's going to be on Dexter Javier. Second personal, so that's a key one para dito.
2 quick fouls on Dexter Javier. Halfway point of the second quarter. They cannot afford to lose another player, especially in the caliber of Dexter Javier in this ballgame.
Meanwhile, it's Harris on the line. 0 out of 2 on that trip.
Ball don't lie ba yun?
Tama na yun. Actually, mga big men, no, they usually struggle from the line.
I believe a lot of it has to do with the size of their
hands. No?
Yep. It's difficult for them to control the ball when they're taking the shot.
Javier, baseline. Tries to reverse it. Castillo receives it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dizon in attack mode. Scores the deuce.
Getting inside, challenging the defense of Andrew Harris. No matter for Roy Dizon.
Right side, Nino. Inside, Harris, cross court, Yambao for the 3. De Lucas tries to board it. Instead, it's to Javier in transition. And it's going to be a foul called on Nino.
Trying to stop that fast break. Good foul, not in the penalty. That would have been an easy breakaway transition layup para dito sa PAO defenders, courtesy of Dexter Javier.
Chua Cheng into the game for Coach Ringo. It's a 14-point lead by the defenders with 4 minutes and 25. Left side, Lacanilao. They're against this 2-3 zone of the BI Sentinels. Back to him, and he just loses that ball off his foot.
Dribbling it out of bounds. Costly turnover para dito sa side ng PAO defenders.
Yambao to bring it down for his team. Inside, Tolentino. They try for the high-low, but a foul is called even before the shot.
Chua Cheng. That's going to be a nightmare matchup for him. Chris De Lucas inside. Very capable, very agile, big ng Sentinels.
Yambao dribbles in, tries to give it inside. to RB Vitero. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And a travel is called.
That time, Chua Cheng holding his own against Chris De Lucas. Great defense inside, not allowing those points and instead getting a traveling violation.
30-16. Javier to his strong hand. And once again, the aggressiveness paying off para dito kay Dexter Javier.
Taking it strong to the basket with reckless abandon. Dexter Javier, he looked like a man on a mission. Mukhang na-fire up talaga siya nung nalaman niyang hindi maglalaro. Si Reboroso.
As Tan entering the game for Coach L.A. Tolentino. Once again, we're still live here at the Mandaluyong City College. So if you're free and you want to support Sinag Liga Asya, go ahead and come out. Free admission po kami dito. And napakalamig ng venue natin, Coach Anton.
Hindi na tayo nagtanggal ng coat eh. Ganong kalamig dito.
32-16. Still struggling to hit the mark. Are the Sentinels. It's a steal. Javier has it. Here he comes, but an intelligent strip para kay Tan. RB, give it to the left side. De La Cruz with the corkscrew, plus the foul.
What a move by De La Cruz. That spin cycle, putting his defender on a blender. Nothing they could do but foul.
And one more time, the lakas move of the quarter brought to you by Pagcor. The spin, the shot, plus the foul, and De La Cruz is hyped.
He wants to get this win kontra dito sa defenders.
Ligayu, binalik na dito ni Coach Ringo. Castillo, give it up. Javier goes in. He gets blocked. Yambao boards it. It's stolen by Chua Cheng. Back to Mike. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They've got to shoot it. That's a deep one. Chua Cheng. Throw it out. Still 10 seconds left. Javier wants the pick. Goes left. Inside, Ligayu rejected by Tan. Here comes De La Cruz. All alone for the deuce.
What a getaway for De La Cruz. Great defense on the side of the Sentinels.
And the lead is down to just 12 points, 32-20. Tingnan natin the lakas fast break of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. De La Cruz, the recipient of that pass after that Tan block. And they cut it down slowly with just 2 minutes remaining here in our second quarter.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
And of course, we would like to thank Pagcor, one of our sponsors dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. Maraming salamat po sa Pagcor, taking a look at our fans in attendance in the Mandaluyong City College of Science and Technology. So come out to support the Sinag Liga Asya DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. Right now, our game at hand, it's the second and final one for this Thursday. It's the POW Defenders against the BI Sentinels. Javier tries his hand at a three.
Over the bakod for Dexter Javier. As you see there on your screens, Coach Ringo Jimenez happy with what he's seeing for sure. 12-point lead.
Yambao tries to cut it down to a single-point game. Javier on the ground and a jump ball. It's going to the Sentinels.
Pass was a bit too low for Dexter Javier. Great defense being there, the presence of mind to try and get that steal. Talking about the Sentinels.
A minute and 10 seconds on that right side. Give it up to Tolentino. And shot clock already winding down on that play. But they bailed him out and they sent Tolentino to the line.
And with that, the defenders are now going to be in the penalty with a minute remaining here in this ball game. A minute and change, to be exact.
Second free throw drops in for Tolentino. Mike Castillo has it. His team is up by 11 points. Using the Chua Cheng pick with the Hezi. The roll by Chua Cheng. That's off. 10 rebounds. Here they come running, the Sentinels. De La Cruz loses it, and it's going the way of the defenders.
Bit out of control was De La Cruz on that transition offense.
30 seconds in this second quarter. Javier has it on that right side. Batondo offering the pick. He goes to the left. Javier back to Batondo. Target shooting. Chua Cheng boards it. Turning trash into cash.
Look at that. What a rebound. What an offensive board by Chua Cheng.
3.4 seconds remaining. Still a chance for the BI Sentinels to get a last shot dito. De La Cruz to inbound, bounces it off the defender, gives it up. Vitero for the three. Oh, tried for the look away on that play. Would have been a big end for the BI Sentinels, but nonetheless, the score 34-21. The Sentinels are down by 13 points. As we take a look at the players going to their huddle limit, it was a good first half para dito sa PAO Defenders, Coach.
Stepping up ang ibang players para dito sa PAO Defenders. We talked about it. The absence of Reboroso not making much of a difference para sa defenders in the first half.
Kaya naman, let's turn it over to Miss Flo Del Agua for our first half leading scorer interview.
13 points kaagad para kay Dexter Javier ng PAO Defenders. Samahan mo pa yan ng 3 assists and 3 steals. An explosive performance early in the game. Attorney Dex, earlier in the pre-game huddle, I heard you specifically say, usap-usap tayo sa depensa. Do you feel that this is the reason kung bakit malayo ang kalamangan ng iyong squad?
Yes, of course. Lalo na sa defense, kailangan namin mag-communicate kasi malalaki yung kalaban. And at the same time, yun nga, pag sa defense naman, it's not specifically talent but more of hard work. So yun yung kailangan namin gawin. Hard work talaga.
Maraming salamat, attorney, at good luck po sa inyo papasok ng second half. I won't disturb you any longer. That's our leading scorer na marami pang kailangan pag-usapan, kaya balik muna sa inyo. Aaron and Coach Anton.
Dexter Javier already with 13 points in that first half, and taking a look at some of the highlights, Coach, in that second quarter.
You see him there driving with intensity habang eto naman sa kabilang panig. Nice pass, nice cut by Nino Hipolito. Michael Castillo still doing damage going inside, but here's that bank three-pointer from Merwin Guzman. Roy Dizon getting in on the action, taking it strong against Andrew Harris for the 2 points.
And at the end of our first half, the score 34-21. It's a 13-point lead by the PAO Defenders.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
Escaping from the defense of Slasher.
And that wakes up the crowd.
Defensively, everybody got their back. I really want you guys to talk there. Understood? We talk on defense, we keep it loud, we know each other have our back. On the rebound, everybody on the board. Alright, everybody on the board. Amen! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
The wait is over.
The most awaited PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025 officially begins. Show us the roads, bridges, air and seaports, green energy, and technology that shape our economy. This contest is open to all Filipino photographers, professionals, and amateurs aged 16 and above. Big prizes to be given away.
100,000 pesos each for conventional category. 50,000 pesos each for mobile category. 50,000 pesos each for the drone category.
Photos must be taken anywhere in the Philippines from September 17th, 2024 to July 31st, 2025. Submission period is from February 1st to July 31st, 2025. This is your chance to showcase your skill by featuring Philippine infrastructure for economic development. For more info, visit www.pagcor.ph/photocon2025 or call 02-852-11542, local 1529 or 1530. Be updated. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Your shot, our future. PAGCOR Photography Contest 2025.
At kahit gabi na, alam kong gising na gising pa kayo, mga kasinag, dahil grabe ang labanan dito sa Mandaluyong City College. And now, at the half, napakaswerte ko naman dahil sinamahan ako ng team manager ng PAW Defenders. Walang iba kundi si Attorney Demi Huerta. Good evening po, Attorney, and thank you again for joining me. Let's get the elephant out of the room. Attorney, you are playing without one of your star players, Attorney Kirk Reboroso. Pero in your professional opinion as the team manager, bakit po kaya ganito pa rin kaganda ang nilalaro ng iyong squad?
Tama ka na nawalan kami ng scorer. Siyempre si Attorney Reboroso, number 1 scorer namin, top scorer, top rebounder, and at the same time, malakas din dumepensa. So, malaking kawalan talaga na hindi nakapaglaro si Attorney Reboroso. Yun. So, nag-adjust na lang kami, parang sa trabaho namin as lawyers, sa dami ng kasong hinahawakan namin. Ang average na, makwento ko lang, no? Per lawyer, ang average na kasong hinahawakan niyan, yung mga nasa field, is around 2 to 300 cases. So ganun. Usually, ang mga ina-assist namin yung mga indigents, at kung minsan, yung may mga litigants na hindi naka-attend yung kanilang mga private counsels. So kami rin yung parang nagre-represent din dun sa mga litigants na yon, pansamantala habang wala yung counsel nila. So parang ganoon din yung ginagawa namin ngayon. Since wala yung top scorer namin, wala yung top rebounder, top defender, so nag-a-adjust kami. So yun.
Salamat po. At dahil nga nabanggit nyo na, Attorney, ano pa po ba kaya yung mga similarities ng pagiging nasa loob ng litigation court at nasa loob naman ng basketball court?
Oo. Parang ganun lang kasi dapat intense, may intensity sa laro, sa basketball. Dapat physically, mentally prepared ka, tough, physically and mentally tough ka. Ganun din sa court. You could just imagine sa isang hearing day, almost 70% nung nakakalendar na cases sa public attorney ang lawyer ng mga litigants doon. So dapat mentally, physically tough ka, prepared at talagang ready.
Napakadami ko pong natutunan dito sa interview natin, attorney. At since kayo po ang OIC ng Pasay District Office ng PAO, I'm sure marami po kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nag-aabang sa inyo sa ating live stream.
Okay, mapagyabang ko lang, no? Kasi sa Public Attorney's Office, ang kliyente namin almost 10 million last year. And then sa ngayon, siguro first quarter, baka by the millions na rin yung bilang ng mga kliyente, mga taong mahihirap na natulungan namin. So, kumusta po kayo? Sana lakasan natin ng ating loob at nandito ang Public Attorney's Office para umalalay at tumulong sa inyo. At siyempre, batiin ko na rin yung ating hepe, si Dr. Persida V. Rueda. Kumusta po kayo, Chief? At yung ating mga public attorneys nationwide, around 2,500 kami nationwide. So, kumusta po kayo? Keep on supporting the team ng PAO Defenders.
Maraming salamat po, attorney, for giving me the chance at nai-highlight nyo nga po ang serbisyo na ginagawa ng PAO. Kaya maraming salamat also for that service. And there you have it. That's the first half already. Pero pagkwentuhan muna natin ang mga highlights na nangyari nung period na yan mula dito kina Aaron and Coach Anton.
Maraming salamat again, Flo. The score at the end of our first half, 34-21. The PAO Defenders are up despite lacking their best player from their game last time. Tingnan natin the Hotel 101 Global Halftime Highlights, Coach Anton.
Mike Castillo answering that three-pointer from Nino Hipolito. Merwin Guzman answering right back, getting a three of his own. But look at the passing, look at the drive, look at that challenge of the big man from Roy Dizon, and that spin move from Lester Castillo, getting that to fall. Pero Dexter Javier not to be denied in this ball game.
Kaya naman tingnan natin our halftime stats in that first 20 minutes of action.
You have the PAO field goals at 40%, Bureau of Immigration at 30, 23 rebounds for the Public Attorney's Office, 14 for Bureau of Immigration, 10 turnovers para sa side ng PAO, 9 para sa BI at 7 bench points ang PAO, 8 for BI.
And of course, we can't forget the leading scorers from that first half as well.
So from the Public Attorney's Office, you have Dexter Javier with 13, Castillo with 10, Huerta with 3, Lacanilao with 2. On the other end, you have De La Cruz with 8, Hipolito with 5, De Lucas with 4, De Guzman with 3.
And Dexter Javier and John Castillo, or Mike Castillo as he's better known, stepping up in the absence of Kirk Reboroso. This time around, they're looking to extend this 13-point lead of theirs. Castillo, one dribble in. That's off. Once again, a good evening to all the basketball fans watching out there. This is the second half of action here at the SLA DOJ Interagency Cup, our final game of this day. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Flo Del Agua on the sidelines for today. And taking a look at the BI Sentinels, still unbeaten in our tournament, Coach. Looking to make a big comeback today with a Hipolito floater.
Great drive by Nino Hipolito, taking it to the heart of the defense ng defenders.
With some extracurricular activities happening in that backcourt between Oliveros and Mike Castillo.
Things getting a bit chippy here in the start of our second half of action.
Harris came off the bench for Coach LA. Meanwhile, Hipolito puts it up. That's off. Tan saves it to Nino. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Oliveros gives it up. Tan, 4 seconds left. Hipolito has to shoot it. That's deep. And down. Nino Hipolito swishing the three-pointer.
Second time's the charm. Nino Hipolito missing his first attempt, but getting that three to go.
And an offensive foul called on Chua Cheng. And here come the BI Sentinels. The tide swinging in their favor. Check this out. Hipolito floats it up and in. And then after that, last second shot to beat the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Harris in that corner. The hot hand, Hipolito. Leave it on that corner. Oliveros, that's off. Batan gets another one. Third chance para sa kanila. Oliveros spin. Dump it, Harris. That's off. They leave it for Javier. He's against Harris. And he gets the left hand lay to drop.
Look at that move by Dexter Javier, gathering himself before going up for that layup, telling his teammates, you gotta settle down, just relax.
And they stop the bleeding as Hipolito. It's stolen. Javier gives it up. Forward. They put the three-pointer up and it's short. Buen viaje.
Nice forward pass by Dexter Javier. Buen viaje could have waited for his teammates to get down and set up their offense. Pulled the trigger. Hit nothing but air on that one.
10-point lead. Obiena open and he drains the jumper. Kaya naman, let's give a shout out to the Blue Eaglets. Hunter Tahon, Joaquin Luz, Feo Del Mundo, and Ari Sazon.
One of these kids, this is players from the Blue Eaglets, like what you had mentioned. Joaquin Luz, the son of a good friend of mine, actually not even a good friend of mine, but a fraternity brother of mine from UP Alpha Sigma, attorney Eric Luz.
Ayan, no, the Blue Eaglets. Ito naman si Coach Anton. LSGH naman to, Greenies. Oh, but they hit the cameraman underneath.
Let's hope everyone is okay.
There you go.
Kita mo naman yun. Mas importante daw yung camera. Tinaas daw niya. Naman talagang hard-working men and women natin dito sa Sinag Liga Asya.
And thankfully, our cameraman on that baseline is okay. Tingnan natin one more time. Javier drives it, and then Tan inadvertently falls on that baseline. Javier on that baseline, give it up. It's a block. But a three-point foul is called.
Having foul number 17, Indio Hipolito, third personal substitution. One, procured for Inigo
Hipolito having to be held back by De Lucas.
13 foul.
Not happy with that foul call. Thought he had a clean block upstairs on Roy Dizon. You know, I always say this, shot blocks are great, but great defenders, they challenge the shot properly, they give you a difficult time shooting. If not, they don't even give you a chance to get off a shot.
And for the meantime, Flo Del Agua has an inside scoop on Mike Castillo of the PAO defenders.
Kwento ni Attorney J.M. Castillo ng PAO, being a guard was never a part of his plan. Tinanggap lang daw niya na ito lang ang kaya ng kanyang height. But seeing his performance today, it seems he is right where he's supposed to be. Sakto din kasi na criminal lawyer pala itong si Attorney J.M. And just like a guard in a basketball court, this specialty needs strong communication skills when inside another kind of court. Your comments on Attorney J.M.'s impact on this game, gentlemen?
And Mike Castillo, small but terrible. And I've seen that firsthand, even playing against him. A product nga of that San Beda varsity program in Alabang as well.
That leagues that you mentioned in Alabang Hills. No? Matindi ba competition dyan sa mga Alabangers?
Tama, Coach, no? Yung mga boys from Zobel, boys from San Beda, Alabang.
Yung mga ano ba yan? Mga English speaking yung mga kalaro ko dyan eh.
Katulad lang ni Coach Anton de los Reyes. Pero yeah, Mike Castillo really a key player dun sa mga liga around it, even for the squad. Javier tried to force the issue right there. Instead, De La Cruz has it. Counter fast break for them, and he gets hacked on the way up. Dizon, the guilty party.
De La Cruz, Lester De La Cruz, taking it strong to the hole. Tough to stop Lester De La Cruz once he gets a full head of steam.
As the PAL defenders under Coach Ringo Jimenez need a team meeting, it's 36-30. They cut it down to just a 6-point lead with 5 minutes and 14. We would like to thank Okada Manila, one of the sponsors dito sa Sinag Liga Asya. Maraming salamat po to Okada Manila.
So far in this quarter,
tingnan natin. Tan falling. Our cameraman.
Lester De La Cruz missing his first free throw. I was gonna say, in this quarter, only 2 points ang PAL defenders. As you see, our cameraman still okay, doing his job.
Tumatawa pa nga dun sa baseline.
9 points para dito sa Bureau of Immigration Sentinels. 2 points nga lang para sa PAL defenders.
And they cut it down to just 6 points. Coach Anton after leading at the end of that first half. Dizon going baseline. Attacks and it goes in.
There you go. Roy Dizon needs to do a lot more of those to be able to keep the Sentinels at bay and keep this lead.
De La Cruz is on that right side. Lob it up inside. De Lucas goes for the power dribble.
Foul number 10, Mark Baguio, first personal substitution.
And De Lucas wants the free throws, but they're not going to give it to him. They said it's a foul on the ground.
Foul downstairs. Bagyoen's gonna sit down.
Guzman hit a bank three earlier. Gives it to the middle. Up to De Lucas. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Someone's gotta shoot it. It's a turnover. Lacanilao forward. Javier going inside with the penetration.
Kulang lang yung pectus doon ni Dexter Javier. Not enough English to get that ball to drop.
Up top, back to Guzman. 4 minutes in this third quarter. It's an 8-point lead by the defenders. De La Cruz gets the pick, gives it up. Guzman fakes the pass. That's off. Rebounded. Obiena. One more time for them. And this time they get it.
Crashing the boards are the Sentinels. RB Vitero. Third time's the charm for the Sentinels to get the 2 points.
Corner D-zone. Facing the bucket. That's off.
Short on that mid-range jumper, Roy Dizon.
Here comes De La Cruz. Gives it up. Obiena. It's blocked. Chua Cheng with the defensive intervention. Here comes Javier. Speed advantage over De Lucas.
With the left, Dexter Javier finishing that fast break.
Back to an 8-point game. 3 minutes in this third quarter. They're taking their time on the perimeter. Give it up to the corner, back to the top, Guzman. RB holds the pivot. And that's a shot clock violation.
Ball did not hit the ring, only hit the board of that kili-kili shot by RB Vitero. That's why shot clock expired.
2 minutes, 42 seconds, Yambao. Redeployed by Coach L.A. Tolentino. Sa kabilang panig naman, itong si Kevin Groyon to replace Roy Dizon.
So great shuffling of men being shown by Coach Ringo Jimenez. And I say great because he's trying to keep fresh legs para dito sa defenders.
Lacanilaw has it. Up to the corner, Groyon. Move it inside, Javier. Spins into traffic, and it's a jump ball. It's going to the BI Sentinels. And Coach, you mentioned fresh legs. We have to take into account that these players, they're not full-time na player lang sila. They're also working.
Working players. Kung meron dating mga student athlete ngayon, working athlete ang tawag. And I always wonder about that, which is more difficult, student athletes or working athletes. I feel mas mahirap yung working athlete eh. Kasi bukod sa yung sweldo mo, pag nakuha mo, hindi naman napupunta sa'yo. Diba? Tatrabaho ka, hirap yun eh. Student athlete, allowance.
Yeah, Coach, allowance, dun yung nakita ko eh. Parang mas madali yun, no? Manghihingi ka na lang.
Hihingi lang, parang ikaw, di ba? Pahingi lang. Dad, can you Gcash me? Aaron Gcash me.
They give it to the corner. Groyon for the three. It's too strong. Yambao has it. Here comes the double. A minute and 40. Lob it up inside. RB. Give it up. De Lucas. Once again, another foul on the ground.
That's Vertudazo reaching in, trying to stop Chris De Lucas. Actually trying to get that steal from Chris De Lucas. Sorry, check that. That's Groyon who gave up that foul.
De Lucas on the line. A key big man of this BI Sentinels team, and you'd expect him to have a good game, especially with Reboroso out.
Yeah, but Chua Cheng doing a good job holding his own inside. And so far, the defenders, again, doing a good job without the services of Kirk Roberts Reboroso, or attorney Kirk Roberts Reboroso.
Groyon, fly by three. That's off. Good look though.
Nice up fake to get that flyby. Just could not convert on the three.
De La Cruz, leave it for RB Vitero. Can't get the finish.
And you like this from the defenders with Roy Dizon and the bench, yung mga pumapalit or yung nagsasub sa kanya, giving quality minutes for the defenders of Coach Ringo Jimenez.
9 seconds on the shot clock. Chua Cheng, give it up. Groyon finally hitting the three.
This time he won't be denied. 3-ball for Groyon. Getting it to go. That's Kevin Crust Groyon. Unique name, no? Kevin Crust Groyon.
And Groyon staying confident on those three-pointers. This time, De La Cruz with the footwork.
What a move for Lester De La Cruz. Not afraid to take it inside and challenge the bigs of the defenders.
Last shot dito para sa Pau. 10 seconds on the game clock. Javier to control. Puts up the deep three. That's too strong. De Lucas, half-court heave, and tumama pa yun dun sa
banderitas. Nasupalpal ng banderitas. Ang nagpiesta dito eh.
And at the end of our first 30 minutes of action, the score 43-36 as we take a look at some of the third quarter highlights.
So starting it off, Nino Hipolito with that 3-ball to beat the buzzer, but Dexter Javier again will not be denied. You see him there telling his teammates to settle down. Nice passing para dito sa Sentinels. Roy Dizon this time getting that drive and that bucket. Nonchalant, very happy with that move.
43-36 is the score. The POW defenders still up at the end of our third quarter. And of course, our social media pages at Sinag, Liga, Asya. So hit that like and follow button. Check out some of the fans in attendance in the Mandaluyong City College of Science and Technology. So free admission po kami dito in our DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. So go ahead and support. Come out to see your favorite players and coaches as well as your favorite teams. And of course, kung gusto nyo rin makita in person si Coach Anton de los Reyes. As our fourth quarter just about to begin. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Flo Del Agua on the sidelines. Taking a look at our quarter scoring, Coach Anton.
Have here the POW defenders 20 in the first quarter, 14 sa second, 9 sa third. Sentinels 8 in the first, 13 sa second, 15 sa third quarter.
And that was our quarter scoring for the first three as Tolentino with the pop.
Opens things up. Tolentino baseline jumper, nothing but the bottom.
Lacanilao has it. His team is up 43-38. Javier. It stays with them.
Nice defense by Andrew Harris, keeping in step, shutting that baseline on Dexter Javier.
Castillo to inbound. Give it up, Lacanilao. Book it for two.
I thought he was going to try to bring it inside. He already had that jumper. Good thing he took it. He took what was given to him, and Lacanilao with the deuce.
De La Cruz probing. Gives it up, Tolentino. Pull-up jumper. It's nothing. Here comes Javier. He's against De La Cruz. The high rip to the shot, plus the foul. Dexter Javier.
Look at that hop, that finish, the control from Dexter Javier. Picking up where he left off. 19 points in the ball game.
Check out the lakas move of the quarter, brought to you by Pagcor. Dexter Javier puts that ball high and scores plus the foul.
Like what I mentioned, 19 points for Dexter Javier to go along with a rebound and 3 assists. 29 minutes of action, all very productive minutes for Dexter Javier.
And Javier silencing this PI Sentinels run in this fourth quarter. Back to a 10-point game. Nino Hipolito fresh into the game. Too much sauce on the drive. And look at the POW defenders. All of them just calling for a review right now. Sabi doon ni Coach Ringo, they don't need it. Not right now.
Baka masayang lang daw eh. Hindi naman natin alam talaga if hindi tumama or tumama.
Inbound from the baseline out to Harris. Nino has it. Hipolito with the runner. It's too weak.
A nice intention to go inside, just could not get it to fall. That's Nino Hipolito.
Dexter gets his own rebound, but a push called on Javier.
Push on Javier, that was on Tolentino to be able to get that offensive rebound.
check that out one more time. Javier on that second attempt. Just a push off on him.
Of course, Dexter Javier saying, wala naman daw, but wala naman kasing player na umaamin na foul. Bihirang-bihira yun.
Left side, De La Cruz. They give it to the corner. Nino against two defenders. It don't matter. He gets the score.
Yo-yoing that shot, sitting in mid-air, gets it off the glass for the 2 points. Nino Hipolito picking up where he left off.
Castillo has it, gets the pick from Chua Cheng. Rejected right there, and they get the ball back. Double trouble for the Pau defenders.
And again, you saw it there. Tumama na naman yung bola dun sa upuan. Mukhang delikado yung pwesto na yun.
But of course, Miss Flo Del Agua has some information on Coach L.A. Tolentino of the BI Sentinels. Go ahead, Flo.
At dahil mala-college ang athleticism ng ating players ngayon, let me give our fans a collegiate-like huddle report. Before releasing his starters for this quarter, head coach L.A. Tolentino of the BI Sentinels simply reminded them na last quarter na ito, and it is the last 10 minutes not just to turn the scoreboard around, but the final moments of keeping their standings squeaky clean. Your thoughts on that, Aaron and Coach Anton?
And with about 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, it's still very doable para dito sa BI Sentinels. Nabanggit nga ni Flo na they're unbeaten as Tan with the spin and the shot.
Waiting for that bump, then the spin, making his defender commit on defense. And what a move to get the deuce.
Down to a 6-point game. Javier, one-hander, it's pure.
Nice floater, Dexter Javier. Tough to block that shot because of the extension. And Dexter Javier still continuing to do damage. 22 points now in the ball game.
50-42, 6 and 10 in this fourth. Tan gives it up. Tolentino, finger roll, leaves it short. Mike has it. And Castillo gets fouled by Tan.
A smart move by Mike Javier. Protecting that ball, getting in between the ball and his man, using his body.
And this is the lakas moment of the quarter, brought to you by Pagcor. Javier puts it up and floats it high. Five minutes 50. Lacanilao to D-zone. Castillo, that's way short. And a timeout requested by Coach Ringo Jimenez and the defenders. The score 50-42. It's just an 8-point lead by the Pau defenders.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Back after that timeout, taking a look at Chris De Lucas in that win versus the Titulados. 13.6 rebounds and 2 assists for the big men of the Sentinels.
And today, Chris De Lucas, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Badly needing his production in today's ball game, especially with the absence of Reboroso. That's attorney Kirk Reboroso.
Hipolito open for the 3. That's off. And could De Lucas come to life in these next 5 minutes of action? But a foul is called, and just like we mentioned at the start of this game, The POW Defenders and the BI Sentinels both coming off wins. The POW Defenders, they're at 3-1. Meanwhile, the Sentinels still unbeaten at 4-0. And this POW Defenders team, Coach Anton, their last game was on January 30. Parang yung last game nila was last week lang with the way they're playing right now.
Fresh ang laro nitong POW Defenders. And that's what you like to see. Even if with that long layoff, they're still one cohesive unit, that chemistry not going away.
Lacanilao puts the moves on the perimeter but can't make it. De La Cruz against Javier, leaves it for Tan. Castillo, here comes a double. Just breezes through the defense. Mike, floater, that's off. Rebounded Chua Cheng, out to Castillo for the three. That's a brick coming from Castillo.
Still not getting anything for this half. That's Mike Castillo with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
Too much traffic on the pass to De Lucas. And the players diving on the floor, but thankfully mong nakangiti naman sila after that.
That's one thing yung pito that stops whatever is happening. That's why yung jump ball, napaka-laking bagay niyan ngayon.
But the referee's gonna go for a review here at our instant replay center. Chris De Lucas diving on the ground. Coach, how are you liking the chances of this BI Sentinels team? Only 8 points.
Well, 4 minutes and 18, the defenders, they always have an answer for the fight back nitong Sentinels. I mean, they still have a lot of time. They can come back, but they gotta do it now. They gotta make their move now.
Yambao reinserted by Coach LA. Meanwhile, sa kabila naman, Mark Bagyowen into the game for POW. Baseline inbound by De Lucas. Give it up to Harris. And just lost balance on that play, resulting in the travel.
Had the position inside. Good entry pass. Just could not regain or just could not get his footwork. Talking about Andrew Harris, sayang yung opportunity na yan.
That's one thing I actually want to see. Harris trying to use his size underneath. Bagyowen open for the three. Got it!
Huge three-pointer for Bagyowen, giving a 11-point lead.
And an offensive foul called. Look at Javier. You could clearly see these POW defenders, they're having fun right now. As the BI Sentinels need a timeout. 53-42. With 3 minutes and 46 in this fourth quarter. And of course, let's check out the team standings for our tournament.
You see there on your screens at the top, 6-0 para sa ating Bucor, 4-0 ang ating Sentinels at ang POW Defenders at 3-1. Yun ang naglalaban ngayon in our standings for our tournament.
And could it be the first loss of the BI Sentinels? Coming from the POW Defenders. The POW Defenders do win, they're gonna have the same record with the Sentinels. Lacanilao, Chua Cheng, big boy three, book it from the corner.
Corner three, Chua Cheng, unexpected three ball from him in this ball game.
And then Chua Cheng grabs the rebound off the miss from Hipolito. This POW Defenders team clicking on all cylinders.
5 points for Chua Cheng to go along with 6 rebounds.
Lacanilao, give it up. Dizon loses it. 2 seconds left. Chua Cheng could have gotten the end one.
Pushing foul, number 12, Lester to the Blues. Lester to the Blues, 5.
And that sends Lester de la Cruz to the bench with 5 as we look at the Lakas shot of the quarter, brought to you by Okada Manila. Chua Cheng showing us he's got the range from outside.
That's Francis Lawrence Chua Cheng.
As De La Cruz nga fouled out in this game.
So 10 points, 5 assists for De La Cruz. That's Lester De La Cruz.
Yambao transition tray ball, it's off.
Nice tap by Chua Cheng to his teammate Dexter Javier.
Lacanilao, almost a steal by Yambao, but right now it's a 15-point game, 57-42.
Dangerous pass there. Almost stolen from the defenders.
And there, that's a steal. Hipolito has it. Big Euro. It's short. Rebounded, stripped by Lacanilao. Tajon has it. Give it up, Lacanilao. Right side, Bagyowen open for the 3.
Short on that attempt for Bagyowen.
Nino. That's a deep one. All board. But it looks like it's going to be a foul on Tajon off the ball. And they want a timeout. The BI Sentinels, they're down by 15 points with less than 2 minutes remaining. And of course, we would like to thank Hotel 101 Global. Maraming salamat po to Hotel 101 Global. Checking out the POW defenders, of course. They're up big time. And Dexter Javier has been the head of the snake during this game.
So far, the fourth quarter, 14 points being scored by the POW defenders. 6 lang para dito sa Bureau of Immigration Sentinels. After that big third quarter, where they were able to cut the lead down to 6. Ito, biglang pumutok at bumulusok na naman itong POW defenders.
Bagyowen gets tapped. And he's going to be heading to the line. First, some free throws itong si Mark Bagyowen. One more time, tingnan natin. A triple team on Bagyowen and he just gets hit on that head area.
That was on Raymond Yambao. Hindi naman sadya. He's trying to go for that ball as well. So,
Coach Anton,
no ill intentions. Oh.
Tama, no? But we talked about it earlier in the broadcast na Kirk Reboroso. I was actually saying na mahihirapan talaga itong POW defenders na nawala si Kirk Reboroso. And you mentioned that magsi-step up yung mga ibang players nila. And true enough, they did. And they're up big time, 15 points.
It's one of those things. It's human nature. You next man up, you feel that sense of urgency like I was talking about. Pag nawala yung isa mong player, yung mga iba mong players, they're gonna feel that they need to step up. And they want to show out in this ball game.
And definitely showed out indeed. This guy with the ball, Dexter Javier, has been the catalyst of the offense.
Foul on Oliveros. That's going to mean a couple of free throws for Dexter Javier. They are in the penalty.
So giving Dexter Javier a chance to extend his tally.
23 points now for Dexter Javier. Kala ko mako-commentators jinx mo eh.
And Javier, 2 out of 2 on that trip.
24 points now for Dexter Javier.
And this win just proving the quality of players of this PAO Defenders team. Lacking probably their best player and still being able to come up with a win against the unbeaten BI Sentinels. But De Lucas still trying to fight in this fourth quarter. Lacanilao has it. They need to cross the half court, and that's an 8-second violation.
If you do look at that shot clock, it was down to 14 seconds. Ang magic number naman dyan talaga is 15. Kapag nag-15 na, that's an 8-second violation.
So, hands it off, De Lucas.
Well, this time, Chris De Lucas imposing his will inside, carving out space. Getting a foul, and now still not in the penalty ang defenders.
Baseline attack, so rebounded on the inside, Soriano for 2. De Lucas cleans it up and gets the foul. One more time, tingnan natin. The lakas grab of the quarter brought to you by Fullytech Innovative Advertising.
How do you like that? Chris De Lucas, just a man among boys inside, getting that bang and that bucket.
Oliveros. And it goes back to the PAO defenders. Still a timeout call though. Interesting to see from the PAO defenders, but they're up right now, 59-48. It's an 11-point lead. And with about 44.2 seconds remaining.
Just the finishing touches para dito. And I'm pretty sure this timeout, pag-usapan lang nila saan sila kakain pagkatapos nito eh. Mga ganun eh. I mean, like, it's 21-point lead. Diba? I mean, sorry. As an 11-point lead, diba?
Of course, Mike Castillo, triple-double watch for him. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists for the floor general of this squad.
All-around performance for Mike Castillo, the San Beda Alabang alumnus.
Look at the defense of the BI Sentinels. Sideline inbound once again para kay Mike. To Tahon, and that's a turnover.
So an 11-point lead with 41 seconds remaining.
So in and out. Lob it up inside. De Lucas with the hook. And why are we only getting that now from De Lucas? I wanted to see that earlier.
We wanted to see him assert himself more, knowing that Kirk Reboroso wasn't in the ball game or wasn't going to be playing today. Pero yun nga, siyempre, minsan kakapa-kapa ka rin. And at the same time, the other players stepped up. They played good defense. They made sure that it was going to be difficult para dito sa Sentinels to get their points inside, even with the absence of Kirk Reboroso.
This time they're going for that full court press. Tahon, it's stolen by So. Takes it inside. Soriano gets it back. Going in. Bodies on the floor. And Oliveros gets hit on that left side.
He's holding on to his left ear. Her left side probably got clipped while diving for that loose ball.
And this bench mob of the BI Sentinels really trying and putting in that energy. And the hero of this game, Dexter Javier.
It's 25 points in the ball game. Closest to him is Mike Castillo with 10 points.
Dexter gets the second free throw to drop in.
26 points total, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
So going in, bullet feed.
Pass too strong, unable to corral that ball. Sentinels turning it over.
To Javier, and they don't even need to take a shot. Corner Ligayu, open for the three. Tahon shoots it and scores it. The finishing touches coming for Tahon. And at the end of 4 quarters of action, the score 61-49. The POW defenders giving the BI Sentinels their first loss of the tournament and putting themselves up to 4-1. What a game for us today, Coach Anton.
So both of these teams now tied for second place with, you mentioned, 4-1 as their records. Great ball game para sa POW defenders, making sure that the absence of Kirk Reboroso was not going to be a factor whatsoever.
And stepping up indeed are the teammates of Kirk Reboroso under head coach Ringo Jimenez. Proudly doing a performance today. Saktong-sakto naman, ibigay na natin yan to our courtside reporter, Miss Flo Del Agua, for the best player of the game.
Mga kasinag, kung andito lang kayo sa venue, maririnig nyo kung gaano ka-loud ang leadership ni Dexter Javier ng POW Defenders for this match. And right now, he is our SLA DOJ Okada Manila Best Player of the Game. Your numbers, Dexter, are right in front of you. 26 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Congratulations, attorney. I was not able to ask you this during your game against Bucor, pero ngayon, finally, matatanong ko na, how did you manage to beat the undefeated?
Well, tiwala lang po sa sarili namin at the same time. Yun nga, we wanted every player to believe in themselves kasi lahat naman ng mga players ng POW may bubugayan. So, sinabi ko lang sa isa't isa na believe in yourself, gawin nyo lang kung saan yung best nyo, yung forte nyo, and good things will happen.
Attorney, since the beginning of this game and actually for every game, ikaw po talaga yung nagmo-motivate sa iyong teammates na manalo at mag-go hard. But getting this win today is a big statement for this tournament. How will this motivate your team to get the succeeding wins for your games in this tournament?
Well, we just need to compose ourselves. Hindi pa naman to semifinals or finals. It's a long way to go. There's this tendency na sabihin namin malakas kami, but yun nga, madami pa kaming kailangang matutunan, madami pang kailangang i-practice at ma-perfect. So, ano lang kami, kumbaga, kalma lang kami. It's a long way to go, as I said.
Very humble, Attorney Dexter. Pero ngayon na kayo ang ating player of the game, I'm sure marami pong natutuwa sa nanonood sa ating live stream. So this is your chance na pasalamatan po ang mga sumusuporta sa inyo.
First of all, I want to thank my wife, si Joyce Ferrer, and of course, my son, si Joseph. Alam ko, baka tulog na siya ngayon. And my mom, my dad, my parents-in-law sa Bulacan, and then sa Lawag. And of course, POW Public Attorney's Office headed by Chief Persida Costa, kay Boss Marlon, Direk Huerta, and of course, to my teammates, hindi ako maging player of the game kung hindi sa kanila. So, yun lang.
Maraming salamat po at congratulations again, Attorney. It has been a very interesting ball game. So let us conclude this match mula dito kina Aaron and Coach Anton.
And a congratulations to the POW defenders coming up with a win 63-49 in this game. And after having almost a 2-month break para sa kanila, they come up with a victory. going up to 4-1 in this tournament and giving the other team their first loss of the tournament. Of course, congratulations to Mr. Nicole Javier, or Dexter Javier as he's known, the Okada Manila best player of the game with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Pero wag din natin kalimutan, Mike Castillo on triple-double watch as well, helping him out in this win. Kaya naman, Coach Anton, thank you so much for joining me today in these 2 games. It was a pleasure once again.
Again, thank you very much sa mga taga-subaybay ng Sinag Liga Asya. Aaron, thank you very much. Great to be working with you. Spoken like a true leader, Dexter Javier, believe in yourself. Good things will happen. Love hearing that.
And indeed, a congratulations once again to the POW defenders. But it was a good fight from the opposing squad. Kaya naman titingnan natin the upcoming schedules. Visit our social media pages for more updated schedules at Sinag Liga Asya. Kaya naman, on behalf of Coach Anton De Los Reyes, Miss Flo Del Agua, Direk Nomar Santiago, Direk Mike Danan, Direk Billy De Leon, Direk Boyet Roa, and the countless others behind the scenes at Sinag Liga Asya, this was Aaron D saying see you later from the city of Mandaluyong.